If your member of parliament listens to you, tell him or her, kama wewe ni mtu wa mtumba, kama wewe unavalianga mtumba, kama unajua mtumba umeajiri watu, because me I know mtumba umeajiri watu wengi sana, na umesaidia to dignify our life. There are people who cannot afford, new clothing from our textile industry or importations. They rely on mitumba and they look decent, they look good. Forget about these other issues of, we are improving or protecting our factories. If you, a member of parliament, is somebody who listens, tell them, for the sake of those children who are dignified from very low income families, for the sake of those young people who have no jobs and they have to look decent, we must pass that finance bill with that amendment in place. Hi, good people. Hey, I've received a lot of concerns and a lot of messages from Kenyans asking me to substantiate matters to do with second-hand clothing. And in law, we don't call them that way. In law, we call them what? We call them, I'm trying to get the name that has been used, because there are people who are going to the finance bill looking for the word mitumba. They're not called mitumba in law. They are called, I want to use the right name that we've used. We've used the word worn clothing. Yes. Don't go to the finance bill to look for the mitumba word. You're not going to get it. So I am here to disseminate information from the official document. This is the official finance bill proposal that was presented to the National Assembly by the executive, by Treasury. This finance bill is just a proposal. It has not become law. It will only become law once the finance committee has been able to receive all the submissions and proposals from Wananchi. And that is what the Committee of Finance is doing for the last, since Friday last week. We received submissions from different sectors. Even the Mitumba Consortium was on board. Safaricom, all microfinances, parastatals, people from civil society, Okoa Uchumi, all those people were on board on Friday. Today, we were in Kiambu County in my subcommittee, and we're listening to the people from Kiambu County. So let's tackle matters Mitumba. Now, previously, Mitumbas were paying 16% VAT on the value of the Mitumba imported into the country. They were also paying 30% income tax. So a total of 46% of taxes were being paid by Mitumba operators. These are all Mitumbas. From the cameras to Linganisha, to Chukua, to Think Twice and all that. This issue has brought a lot of energy, because there's a lot of information flying left, right, and center. Some people are saying Mitumbas have been increased for tax. Mitumbas have been stopped from coming into the country. That is not true. I sat in the Committee of Finance on Friday, and I listened to the Mitumba Consortium team, the lead team that came to present, and they had a fantastic proposal. And they said, according to this finance bill, on matters to do with the income tax, value-added tax, there is a suggestion or a proposal to inserting the following new paragraphs immediately after paragraph 157. This is the paragraph 157 that was dealing with 16% VAT. The insertion then implies that the worn clothing and other worn articles, worn clothing, those are Mitumbas, and worn articles like shoes, belts, kofias, ties, anything worn once before you, it is called worn article. Get under the tariff heading of 6309. So if you go to the real Value Added Tax Act, you locate 6309. You'll find these worn articles and worn clothing. other than upon importation. That is to mean whatever VATs that were being charged earlier on are not going to be charged other than upon importation. What does that mean? That now any tax that is going to be exerted on this worn clothing is going to be upon point of entry. So this Mitumba consortium team came into the Committee of Finance on Friday last week, and they told us they want to be dealt with simplicity and in no wasting time, because they said they cannot be able to comply with the tax procedures therein. The tax procedures therein from KRA are very expensive for them, tedious and time wasting, and also confusing. Please remember the people who deal with this Mitumba, most of them, and I'm not trying to say all of them, most of them don't have the capacity to tabulate and present these taxes to KRA. They have to hire another person, and that to them is an expense that they are being forced to transfer to the consumer or to the end users. So upon importation, the Mitumba consortium people said they want to be given something they are calling presumpted tax. Presumpted tax is a one-off tax which is going to include the 16% VAT inside it. So they are saying, don't bother tabulating. Any value of a cargo brought in, if it is worth 20 million, they want to pay 5% of that as an inclusive tax, which is upon the point of entry, and it is a one-off tax. So forget about VAT, forget about all other taxes that they were paying, forget about accountants, e-teams, avoid harassment from KRA, avoid legal cases. They just want, wakileta muzigo, kama muzigo ni wa 5 million, walipe 5%, wamalizane na KRA. What do you think? So we are waiting and looking forward to the compilation of the report so that we can present it in the National Assembly for debate. If your member of parliament listens to you, tell him or her, kama wewe ni mtu wa Mutumba, kama wewe unavalianga Mutumba, kama unajua Mutumba umeajiri watu, because me I know Mutumba umeajiri watu wengi sana, na umesaidia to dignify our life. There are people who cannot afford, new clothing from our textile industry or importations. They rely on Mitumba, and they look decent, they look good. Forget about these other issues of, we are improving or protecting our factories. If you, a member of parliament, is somebody who listens, tell them, for the sake of those children who are dignified from very low-income families, for the sake of those young people who have no jobs and they have to look decent, we must pass that finance bill with that amendment in place.